0.32 op frags per round, so maybe he can get back to his game here as they start on Mirage and will be on their CT side.
Probably Brazilians in the opping IGL, not too far off. Over towards mid, though, it's an early fight. HUMMER trying to take this duel. denoco finds one. Mercury does come back on the train, and no, delboNi in a bit of trouble. Does have to fall away from this endeavor, and now Valencia on the hunt falls. And on the other side of the map, A has actually been lost. SHOOWTiME takes down one, and now things fall to a bit of trouble. ckzao, so with that bomb in hand, does find space on towards the site. Mercury soon for support, but SHOOWTiME there takes down another, and now Mercury alone for the 1 versus 3.
Mercury trying to clutch this one out here. He does do damage against SHOOWTiME, but not enough to take him down, and now he's been completely spotted out. They're just going to pincer him in at this point. He really has nowhere to go and absolutely is aware of the fact that he has to fight his way out of this situation somehow, some way. Connector might be a good fight for him because Mercury's low, but it doesn't matter. delboNi will take him down, and HUMMER find their first round of the day. Yeah,
well set up there by HUMMER. Early aggression in towards mid. It's exactly what Adam was going for. Practically everyone fighting for that space, and just an early shutdown flash is not quite connecting, and, well, the hunt not really working out either, as delboNi had a big step up in that round despite the early knock on down towards low HP. No bomb plant coming on through. The question falls, do we see a force buy on out of Adam? And didn't really expect it. Won't come to fruition. Just the Glocks in this one.
Yeah, they're going for pretty much the full-on save here. The P250 in Mercury's hands, who was a player we saw quite a bit of in that first BO1 that they played. He'll be able to make some noise against HUMMER. delboNi waiting here at CAD, and he's going to fire away. Found a target and finally does connect on it. That's ckzao down to 64. Eventually, Adam will fall off. They're not going to rush this one, despite the very limited buy-up, in fact, lack of buy-up. And just looking to get that mid-control slowly but surely.
And that space will be garnered. What they convert off of it, though, a bit of a better question, is absolutely no utility to work with. denoco going to try and farm up some of these ecos. He's struggling a little bit. Eventually connects the shots onto one, and from the other side, delboNi there for support. Only 3 players left alive. It's good on Mercury to deal some damage, but that looks like should be all she wrote for this round, as Advent is alone, already spotted in towards the connector, and ckzao just looking to close things on. Now the second kill, solid for the side of Adam, but nothing more to speak of.
We're going to take that 2-0 lead there. Adam trying to get themselves on the board. Obviously, that was just a Glock across the board for Adam, but they're going to get the rifles, 4 AKs, and the Galil up and running in a decent amount of utility, not the full amount. Jamyoung, the shortest, with only that smoke, and he's going to throw it right off the docket here. That's going to be for mid. I should say for Cat. It's going to smoke that off. They're going to get a flash as well. They're just trying to make their presence known around mid, perhaps to draw some attention from HUMMER. And ckzao is certainly buying the bait. He's going to toss a Molotov towards the top boxes there. And HUMMER just have a standard kind of 2-1-2 setup here. They do have a little more presence in connector than is usual because they have one in jungle, one in connector, and then of course the player in mid. So they really don't want to give this mid control. That said, the A site becomes a lot softer as a result, especially considering, right, they got the smokes that could be isolating them in these positions.
But should they hold on to that control in towards mid, you get a lot more doable in towards the retakes. However, with the full buy up for Adam, the smokes will start to rain on in. Mercury actually able to find that opener. It's a duel over towards mid, a second found as well. Good start for the side of Adam. delboNi will try and reclaim this space as he walks deep in towards mid, but on the A site, falls to ckzao, finds one, and now the smokes are starting to fade. Time still in the favor of Adam, and on the side of HUMMER, utility starting to dwindle. Only delboNi with a full kit still available, and if you look over towards that B site, a lurk already forthcoming. Mercury has claimed a lot of space, but out on the site comes Jamyoung, takes down SHOOWTiME. A good entry on through, but the nade actually able to trade out.
3v2 here, Adam trying to get their first round on the board. ckzao and delboNi are together here at the very least, and they're trying to get back to this B site, which they know has been completely taken. ckzao looking for a peek through the window. Could find Mercury, but Mercury's playing up close here next to that window, so a bit of an advantage should HUMMER decide to jump out of there, at least for a moment. And now Mercury's diverted his attention towards the doorway. ckzao from Market. He's looking the right way. Mercury isn't, and well, the timing not in their favor anymore. And maybe HUMMER just want to decide for a save here, but no, Mosea's going to deny at least delboNi from falling back as ckzao abandons the retake attempt.
Yeah, good work from Adam. Early fight taken out towards mid there, find a punish on towards the towards the HUMMER players trying to fight for that space, and the gap exploited over towards B. Good at least to hold on to one of these rifles for HUMMER Esports. Not a total failure of the bonus round, all things considered, as we look to head in towards the next. Expect to see that AWP coming out for HUMMER.
HUMMER on Mirage here. Record of 3-1 over the last 3 months, plus 8 round differential, so not too shabby for them. And Rare Atom, I think it's an even 500 at 3-3, if I'm not mistaken, over the last 3 months. So, I mean, perhaps a little bit an advantage for HUMMER here in terms of map, but Rare Atom they both haven't really played it enough for that to be a significant sample size, right?
Yeah, and maybe I'm overestimating the economy a little bit here. Not in this economy. Are you going to be able to get a real op out? You need the op at home. Scout available for ZQK. At least it's something. denoco does still have the rifle on board. delboNi just close in the smoke with the deagle. Could find some damage in this one, especially with that man advantage already garnered for Rare Atom. Looks like they might just be pressing the issue here. All smokes is still down, deployed by the CTs to give him some space, and delboNi still close inside it. Clearing this player on bench is a big danger to the side of Rare Atom, but they do have alert coming back through mid. They still have an opportunity to cancel, but now the bomb fallen. Advent has dropped that close on the site, and denoco in a great position to deny. Now, this bench hold doubled up upon.
Yeah, it's a great read here, of course, by HUMMER to even have this type of presence on the B site. Now they have the bomb, and SHOOWTiME is going to take down Mercury, trying to retrieve that. Jamman is going to get spotted out too, and he won't be able to do anything about it. ckzao finds him, as ckzao is the last one standing. Doesn't have the bomb, 50 seconds left on the clock, and I mean, look, he has the money to absorb a loss here in terms of his life, but is it really worth even venturing outwards? I don't know. The loss bonus doesn't even justify taking this Galil and sending it out.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's even going to be worth it. 30 seconds left. ckzao is just going to chill on out, wait for any sound cues to come through, but that round, bit of a failure from Rare Atom trying to find that space over towards that B site, and I mean, just utterly shut down. A great smoke setup by HUMMER Esports. It allows their pistol players to play close within, and a great angle here by denoco. Flash is not quite connecting onto the man as he was able to duck behind that pillar, and with the bomb dropped, at that point the round was all but over. A little bit too staggered from Rare Atom. Yeah, definitely. They were trying to push out from several different angles, and they weren't very coordinated in that effort. I mean, in fact, both teams in their interviews talked about communication being an issue, right? So we'll see which team can patch up the holes in that and figure things out, because right now it looks like HUMMER are doing a little bit better in this early going, and Rare Atom a little disjointed there, a little concerning, but Jamyoung does get the opener here with the big green onto ZQK to make it a quick 5v4. denoco looking for the response, spams away, but eventually realizes this is not a good spot to be in, so he's going to back off into connector, as window will be re-smoked by Jamyoung, and a chance to get a second one. He does not miss it. Jamyoung connecting to make it a two-man advantage now. HUMMER just fighting for that space dry, not able to find a follow-up, and Mercury shuts down SHOOWTiME. Well held from the player in Sandwich, and at this point only 2 left alive for HUMMER Esports. That economy is in shambles. Jamyoung again holding. He'll spot out denoco, and the question falls if he can even get anything done in this one. 1-for-1 trade not going to be enough, putting ckzao in 1 versus 4 still. Jamyoung lurking towards the top of mid. The bomb already making the cross in towards the site. This clutch feels so incredibly difficult, but there is a player isolated and taken down. ckzao for the first. Now 1 versus 3, and that mid-lurk becomes the biggest issue, but he won't even have to worry about it. Advent on the early shutdown, a second for Rare Atom. Yeah, interesting to see Jamyoung on the op here. He's probably, I'm assuming that was just a positioning play in that previous round. Hey, it worked out, right? He got the pick towards mid, and then gets a second one. But now he is going to pass it off to ckzao, who will be taking care of the primary op duties. But yeah, I mean, Jamyoung is no stranger to using that, as he's the secondary opper on the team. Looking at stats, though, player I'm looking to pop off, and I already talked about it before, is Mercury. Over the last 3 months coming into action here tonight, 83.9 ADR plus 88 kill to death differential and a 1.18 KDR. He's also got a great impact rating at 1.18, and that's largely powered by the amount of 3 kill plus rounds he's had at 42 3K rounds over the last 3 months, and 7 4Ks. That leads the team in 4Ks as well. Impressive. Yeah. The guy's been dominant in regional competition, and now looking to do the same here internationally. As a bit of a slower round starts things off for Rare Atom. A lesser buy for HUMMER. They're giving the Brazilians a bit of respect, trying to see if any forward plays will come to fruition, and thus far nothing. Advent will look to fight that space in towards mid, and the space pretty much given up for free by HUMMER. Slow pace to this round for Rare Atom, but you do see Jamyoung, the lurk technically right now,
into Palace. He could be joined by a couple of players onto A ramp, and they haven't committed to it yet. Mercury's having a peek, rotting around. SHOOWTiME's going to get flashed into A ramp, and that could be problematic here for Rare Adam, because now they're going to get smoked off, and they have to be aware of SHOOWTiME's position. It doesn't matter. Jammer's just going to come flying around the corner, take down Denoco, and then Mercury finds SHOOWTiME almost simultaneously. The A site has been open and clear for the taking for Rare Adam.
Ooh, there's a gap here for ZQ. Okay, if he can find any glimpse of a player, an opportunity, but no one giving it away. Rare Adam already have that bomb down there, established in a good post plan here with 5 players left alive. For HUMMER Esports, comes down to how much damage can you get out of this round? Do you even want to keep any of these guns in towards the next? Start to retreat just a little bit, smoke forward on towards the site to allow that to happen, but Rare Adam will look to take their third in this one.
Yeah, HUMMER just trying to get away from this fight. You see them looking to sneak their way in towards B. ckzao hanging around a little bit longer at the broken wall, and he's probably going to post up there hoping for an exit frag, but Rare Adam are not going to hand them anything at all. They know how important the guns they have in their hands are, and just going to bring them on over. There we go. Great round victory for Rare Adam. That makes it 2 in a row, and HUMMER Esports wisely trying to save what they have, because in this round they're not going to be able to invest much either.
Yeah, despite the strong early start, the economy now a bit shambolic for the side of HUMMER Esports. Rare Adam, with this momentum now so heavily behind them, it's very much led by getting that AWP out. It was Jamyoung to get things started. I kind of want to see in these more default rounds what value we're getting out of ckzao on that T side at all.
I'm sure we will see more soon, as he's a very potent fragger with the big green. Mosea, though, is going to come out with the rifle and take the head clean off of ckzao. That's a great opener for a Rare Adam. Of course, HUMMER Esports very limited in their buy-up into this round. They just had the saved guns from the previous one, and one of those is already lost as ckzao goes down, and ckzao patiently waits for the aggressive peek to come through in the apartments and makes no mistake of the shot. So HUMMER Esports down to only 3 men standing. CQK, likely the most lethal with that scout. Maybe he can connect on something, but he's not in a great position to do so.
No, he'll rotate over towards this B site, and that's the incorrect call in this one. Rare Adam look to finish over towards A. There is still a bit of a rat lurking in towards Palace, but because he is aware of the possibility, holding for anyone to walk up on their flank and just waiting for everyone to arrive towards the site. SHOOWTiME could still have an opportunity for one, but with just that USP, you can't expect too much more than that out of him.
Rare Adam do have full control of the A site, but you got a couple of HUMMER Esports members lurking around, and there's EQK from Cat connecting on one. He sees the bomb planter, but cannot find the shot. And now he has to fall back due to a great Molotov that's thrown, and he's also the last one standing as Rare Adam are taking care of business. CQK, tagged down, finished off. That's going to be the round. Rare Adam takes their lead, their first lead here, up against HUMMER.
Nice round out of ckzao there. He doesn't do anything crazy, just holding for aggression in the right position, the right times. 2 separate occasions within that round. Takes down the player that was pushing in through the apartments, and as well in the late round, the lurk from the CTs that was holding in towards Palace. Well controlled out of him, and Rare Adam as a whole. It'll call for the tactical timeout from HUMMER.
Yeah, a good timeout to call, because Rare Adam winning 3 in a row, it's kind of posing a bit of a problem there if you're on the HUMMER Esports side. So they want to talk things over, get their strats in order, and solidify their defense, because it's being exposed a little bit. Granted, we haven't really seen that many full-on rifle buy-ups for them yet, and that's probably going to change things, as I believe one should be coming through, in fact, in this round.
Pivotal one you'd expect to see here.
Yeah.
At HUMMER Esports, is still not quite enough money to allow them to get that AWP fielded. Just a FAMAS for ckzao is... Let's see if there's any change up here out of Rare Adam again. Just kind of returning to his default. Heavy pressure early in towards mid control. Interestingly enough, HUMMER not really contesting it. Instead, walking 2 players close in towards A main.
Oh, SHOOWTiME's going for the aggressive peek here down the ramp. He's got support as well. Mercury could punish in a big way. Mercury misses all his shots, and SHOOWTiME finds the opener and a lot of space on the map. That said, HUMMER does not overcommit themselves. They say, look, we got that frag. Let's fall back. We have the advantage that we were looking for. Maybe they'll re-peek into it to see if someone else tried to close the gap, but it's not going to happen as of yet. That said, Rare Adam dropped the bomb in T-spawn, so they could very well rotate around here and come back into this position, especially considering Jamyoung is still hunting for something on the lurk.
And that's good realization of the space that they're conceding and then making that play for Hummer. The second that they put pressure in towards main, they pull back, ensure no one's trying to push through connector from mid, the space that they had left open, and as well as holding over towards Palace. All set up by them. Eventually they'll re-push a player in close towards main, and that might just find effect. The right place here for denoco. 2 players approaching.
Yeah, the smoke thrown by Rare Atom towards window into mid, it's good, but the thing is, Hummer doesn't really care that much.
What a flash.
Their angles, great flashbang, yeah, thrown by ckzao to support Advent, but the trade is right there for SHOOWTiME, so still Rare Atom are on the outside looking in. Time is ticking away, 30 seconds left. Great peek from SHOOWTiME again. He gets the bomb, yes, and a 3K for himself. That should do it, unless Jam Young comes out with a heroic play, and he's not even going to realize that ZQK was at firebox, so Mosea is left alone.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. This round already over for the side of Rare Atom. In those first few rounds, they did really well to hold off the aggressive plays that Hummer was showing, mostly out towards mid, and were well set up to deny. But in this one, a gap exploited. Hummer make the right call of the tactical timeout, and we'll be able to find their fourth.
Counter-terrorists win.
Tied up again. Very back and forth here on Mirage, as is typical of the map, right?
Yeah.
Often find the closest maps, I should say matches, happen on this map as SHOOWTiME doing a great job. Not going too aggressive, but enough to ensure that both times he peeked out, there was nothing that Rare Atom could do to counter him. And he even had the support of denoco on the first peek, which was definitely the right idea. Alrighty, Rare Atom. Still had enough to invest into this round. 4 AKs and the op coming through, and SHOOWTiME again. He's going to be the one pushing up, down mid. He could catch Advent off guard. This time Advent's just jiggle peeking, and he does get the info. SHOOWTiME would probably be a little ill-advised to push that any further, but Mercury over on the other end in the B site takes down delboNi. denoco does find the trade, and ZQK and ckzao find a couple more. That should settle things down in a big way, despite losing the first man in the round.
Yeah, Advent and Mercury now in a very tough position. They'll still hold space over towards the apartments, but ckzao anchoring close on the site. Utility still available. One molly will be expended. ckzao under a lot of pressure from that, but still finds safety on the site. With Mercury low on HP, the FAMAS of this rage is potent. ckzao shuts things on down, and now Advent alone, a 1v4, and nothing doing in it. Hummer, another round picked on up. They'll reclaim that lead.
Yeah, good job by Hummer. Using the aggression well. It's not too much, right? They're just pushing up. They're trying to get into the faces of Rare Atom. This time it was at mid, before it was at ramp. But it's good, you know, to keep Rare Atom kind of on their toes, make sure they don't get too comfortable going for their executes, which is something they're very well known for. It's all about the executes on the Rare Atom side and trying to go for those quick plays. But so far, we haven't seen too much of that. It's been more Hummer solidifying themselves in the defensive end now. ZQK going to be looking towards mid, tosses the nade up, and a lot of utility committed by Hummer here. They were hard reading that Rare Atom would try pushing up there with those 3 nades thrown, but no damage done at all, as Rare Atom is actually posturing more towards this B site with Mercury on the hero AK. Let's see if he can make some noise here. They're going to move into that B site with the AK, and nothing, nada. delboNi and ckzao find 2, and that leaves 3 Rare Atom players with only the pistols, but pistols are enough for one and only one. ZQK gets the immediate trade.
delboNi has been so good at aiding in the anchor of his B site. I think at least 3 rounds now where he's been able to rotate on in from Cat, establish that crossfire, hold the space, and here it is again. Sure, it's just against the pistols, but good regardless for Hummer to find these more confident rounds. 4 left alive, only losing delboNi in that endeavor. So lead's starting to be drawn out here. Rare Atom should be able to get a buyback in, though.
Yeah, 3 in a row for Rare Atom, 3 in a row for Hummer. It seems like we're going back and forth there. Let's see if Rare Atom can strike back here, back on their buy-up with what will be 3 AKs, probably a 4th in Advent's hands, and the lone Galil for Mercury.
So the question now comes as to if Rare Atom is going to be able to get one of these nice execute rounds that they are known for off. Thus far, Hummer's done a really good job at the aggression in the early round, just to force Rare Atom to rethink for a moment, to give more respect in towards their default. And again, you see it, Hummer pushing in through mid, applying that pressure off of that. Mosea will rotate back. You can see a bit of space in towards mid, but the execute now raining out in towards this A site. SHOOWTiME not in the best of positions to fight, is mollied on off and forced to fall away. Up shot missed. That was a great opportunity for ZQK, but nothing doing. And look towards the underpass. Mosea has been sneaking his way along, but ZQK, he reads it and shuts it on down. That's man advantage garnered for this retake.
I don't know if I'm feeling too good from Rare Atom. Yes, you have Hummer on the outside, but they don't really know their positioning. Now they find SHOOWTiME. That feels a little better, making it a 4v4 and evening out the numbers. denoco on notice with 3 HP. Probably just going to have to play a supporting role into this round, let his teammates go for these entries. JamYoung is tagged in the leg by ZQK. Mercury's waiting around the corner. He doesn't get it in the coal. That comes through from ZQK. That's huge on this retake. Advin's now the last one standing. And can he do it? There's one, maybe a second, the third. No, it's denied. Is there time for the defusal is the question. I believe there is. And that will be the round picked up by HUMMER. What a retake.
What a retake. And I mean, what a play from ZQK individually, a 4K. Across that round, it looked like the perfect opportunity. A player tucked close in towards jungle, his teammate baiting in for him, but the swing, ill-timed. I mean, it was an accident, pretty much. He was trying to kill his teammate, not even the player in close. A millisecond sooner or later in that round goes the way of Rare Adam. Heartbreaking for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it felt so much like they were going to be able to close that one out, but the lack of information really did cost them at the end of the day, post-plant anyway. So, going to get a timeout called here, as that's the 4th round victory in a row for for HUMMER. Rare Adam.
Is that just the strat book? What are all these notes?
Perhaps.
It's just 2 printed pages in front of them.
Maybe just reminders of their strats. Perhaps they have
Looks like
code
multiple
names.
players have it
Code
on
names for
standby.
each strat, right? And you just look at the code name and you go, boom, that's it. Just a reminder, probably. They have a lot of strats, Rare Adam. They really do pride themselves in that. There's no question.
You need to pull out the full binder on land to be able to understand everything that they're going to try and do. Let's see which page they're flipping to in this one. Is delboNi will be boosted up in towards the apartments. It's the right read and execute heading this way, but the first top shot will miss. Molly available to try and stall some time, but the flashes, you're right, they're perfection. And Mosaic takes down one. delboNi there on the trade, but now he's in trouble, needs to take more in the second. Will that be enough still? Players on these pistols hounding him down and close. It's the no-scope for delboNi. The AWP stepping up for HUMMER Esports in mid, though. Oh, no way! No! That's how it slips away. The 8th for HUMMER.
Oh boy, JamYoung wants that one back. There's no question. He had so much time. He was waiting and waiting and waiting, and then couldn't get the headshot with the deagle. And at the end of the day, he goes down for the count. Great hold by HUMMER. I love the execute by Rare Adam. At the very least, the flashes were perfectly paced to be thrown about half a second apart, right?
Yeah.
So that there would be a good period of time, good 2 seconds, where HUMMER wouldn't be able to see what was coming. But it was delboNi with the op again, dealing the damage and not relenting at all, even coming through with that no-scope for his 3rd.
And I mean, I think part of that was he got that early boost and he's actually going for it again in close. No scope for delboNi. He just keeps getting away with these plays. Bosai will try and hunt for the straight on through, but now support has arrived towards this B site. delboNi has utility to buy space. That reactionary gap growing and the util damage good enough. That nade might just finish off Mosaic, and that it will. Trade is there from Advent. Walking up towards the catwalk. Only 2 players left, and ckzao is down. Now a doable round for Rare Adam, but still one more on the site in close. Flash available here for ckzao. And his teammate to support over towards the catwalk, but Advent is down. Now just 1 man, and he's so wounded. This is difficult, and he's already been spotted on out and up, holding on one side. A shot missed. Maybe a bit of an opportunity, but with just 10 HP, it's not going to happen. 9th round for HUMMER. This momentum has built.
Yeah, once ckzao's teammate goes down in that situation, he had thrown a flashbang right before, so he gave away his position so that his teammate would have a chance, but like I said, once he goes down, he's isolated. They know exactly where to look, and he's completely flushed out. So HUMMER Esports on a tear right now, 9-4 in their favor, and I love the adjustment that they made. You know, they were more passive in the early going. Rare Adam were punishing them, and then they decide, you know what, we're always going to have some sort of aggressive push coming out, whether it's through mid, the B apartments, or the ramp. We're going to try something to get in their faces and get that early frag, and it's been working. Maybe they'll mix it up now. It looks like they're going to take a slower pace of play, and Rare Adam is walking into this A site where 2 players are towards Palace, I believe, under balcony. SHOOWTiME's going to get 1. JamYoung gets the trade, but denoko's right there waiting for JamYoung, and that makes it the man advantage. Not to mention that Rare Adam have to think about ZQK has not been isolated at all by his smoke. He's got full visibility here. denoko supporting. He's hitting headshots, doesn't even need the opera to come through. And we'll see if Mosaic can make some noise here to help his team get back into this round as they're down by 2 men, and the smoke fade does favor him. That said, he's now the last one standing, and no longer. denoko has been a beast here.
Yeah, that he has. 4K coming out from the man. Excellent positioning from HUMMER Esports. Back to back to back. Well set up reads. 2 rounds in a row. They boost the op up early to take the fight in towards apartments. Correct read. In this one, they double stack under Palace, and they again get rewarded. They are in the mines. They were reading the strat book or something.
Yeah, they're definitely reading everything. I think for Rare Atom, it's kind of tougher for them to play a slower style, so they're trying to go for those quick executes, except that time, Hummer was waiting for it. They were very prepared for exactly that strat to come through, in fact. So now Hummer Esports are going back to that slight aggression. They got a player up mid. I don't know if he's going to push. That's the Noku, who got lit down to 50 HP. ckzao spots out a player in the apartments, gets one, but only one. Mercury finds the trade. That leaves delboNi in a bit of a tough spot. He won't hit the shot on the player coming out, even though he had visibility from the apartments onto B, and that means that it should be a bomb plant, at least for Rare Atom in this round.
And it's double up in the retake. This one's going to be difficult for Hummer. And Oko low on HP as well. Tough situation. The bomb will be planted and everyone available for Hummer on the smoke fade. The Oppies favor delboNi to take down ckzao and more. Somehow the Oppies are making it ring. Nee needs more though. The third for delboNi. He's looking for the fourth. Cannot quite pick it up. And now 1 versus 1. CQK, the time working against him. Mercury trying to top, but he takes the wrong swing, the wrong fight. And CQK is there to punish and find the 11th for Hummer.
Fantastic effort by Mercury. You thought he had it there. A 3K coming through, but the last one, ZQK just barely survives to connect on his shot and finish off the round and the half here in favor of Hummer Esports, 11-4 maybe.
Yeah, excellent work out of them. A commanding performance from the team that started so rough here in the groups. 11-4, we'll have to see if it's enough to close out on the other side of this break.
Always thought I could walk through fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again, over and over again. Suddenly the heart and chest feels
8 rounds in a row for HUMMER Esports to close out the half, 11-4 here at ESL Challenger Valencia. Mirage, map number 1 of our first BO3, and Rare Atom in a difficult situation here, John.
Yeah, it's quite tough. 8 rounds in a row there for Rare Atom coming through. Unbelievable work on their side. The adjustment was fantastic. Rare Atom just really couldn't deal with what HUMMER was throwing at them, especially even in the last 2 rounds when HUMMER decided to go for those quick executes. I mean, HUMMER was waiting, and they had both times shut them down, no problem at all. And it was ZQK, I talked about him needing to be good with the op. He was solid, but it was delboNi and delboNi putting on a show as well, and they're going to do that again here. delboNi once more, the 2K onto the pistol round. They get the A-site, but there's still presence from Rare Atom here, and JamYoung is going to get the headshot onto delboNi to make it a 3v3, but there's the all-important bomb plant coming through for HUMMER, so regardless of the outcome here, they will be able to buy up the next round, but they obviously want to win this one.
Yeah, and look at the post-plant positioning for HUMMER. Spinning it over towards CT spawn. If they can push and claim this space, it could be great to hold. However, 2 players from Rare Atom there, the high-low between SHOOWTiME and delboNi, and now they're only the only 2 left. They need to win out on these duels and both pick it up. So JamYoung alone already found 2 in the round, and you know, that's where both of his opponents are. They're tucked close, just ping-ponging in and out of cover, not giving him any opportunities to even get a tap in towards that bomb. delboNi closes things out at 2K for him, continuing the dominance from half number 1.
Yeah, just perfect jiggle peeking there, not giving away their position for very long, just trying to get information for themselves. And I mean, there was nothing JamYoung could do, really. He just got headshotted there on a nice little peek. And that's going to do it. HUMMER Esports now on to 9 rounds in a row, going back to that first half, looking to make it a clean 10 here. And, well, it's very much in their favor, given their buy-up. 4 rifles on their side, only pistols for Rare Atom, who are going for the save. They're going to charge up mid. I mean, why not try something a little risky here? You only got pistols in your hands, but unfortunately for them, it is the wrong gamble, and HUMMER will be able to take this A site. They can rotate into connector and maybe get something here, but that Molotov will really isolate them along with the smokes.
Yeah, good utility. delboNi is just going to look to farm some money in this one. Let's see how much he can get in towards that bank account. At least 1 picked on up. Damage has been done. Good spam. And the pistol's back through the smoke. JamYoung does take 1 on down, but bomb is planted. Bit risky out of ZQK to do so in the open, and it doesn't look like these pistols will be able to find too much more as Zaya's alone, and he too will fall. Look dangerous for but a moment, but regardless, HUMMER pick up their 13.
Yeah, it was a pretty wicked shot for JamYoung through the smoke, just doming with the USP and finding 1, but that was all that he would get, or his team would get in the round. 13-4, there's that 10th in a row for HUMMER Esports, and they're just going to cruise along, and they can keep the guns they had in the previous round. Only 1 needs to be bought up, but it's going to be 3 AKs and 2 Galils. That said, Rare Atom will get the rifles back. The thing is, no op to work with for ckzao, who would have loved to get that rolling sooner rather than later. Just their economy did not work out that way. SHOOWTiME going to be pushing up with 2 teammates by his side through this palace, and it might be a quick hit. There's the flashbang and the perfect kill from SHOOWTiME. ZQK gets a TK though onto SHOOWTiME. Advent finds him, and ckzao finds a couple. Wow, not a couple, a 3-piece for ckzao, leaving only JamYoung standing for Rare Atom. Great execute by HUMMER. Nice responses from Rare Atom, but it was just ckzao coming through and overpowering them.
From TK to 3K, it's all good for HUMMER Esports
Yeah,
as
no
they grab
kidding,
their
right?
14th here. Nice round out of them. Just heavy pop out from Palace. And I think Rare Atom had the right idea. They had 2 players playing under Palace. They had a player in towards spawn set up to connect, even getting... I mean, I almost call it a double kill. I guess it's 1 kill plus a little bit of help from your opponents, but regardless, HUMMER are able to trade things on out, close on that round. That might just be the death blow in this one for Rare Atom. They're down to the pistols. They're likely going to be playing 4 to 15. I don't know what your odds are on that one, but I'm not too much of a believer.
Not good. Very bad.
Not good, very bad.
Let's put it that way. ZQK going to peek around here in the apartments and look to get an opening frag. He does get the information, but no kills to speak of just yet. Smoking to get tossed here by Rare Atom. They don't have much utility. They're trying to use it to the best effect possible. And Mercury managing to survive against delboNi, even though he's only got 12 HP left. So at the very least, Rare Atom still have the bodies, but they don't really have the firepower. I think Advent could be important here with that CZ. He's playing towards the ramp, but no one's really going in his direction. That's the problem. As SHOOWTiME finds Mercury and opens up a lot of space towards mid, HUMMER can really go wherever they well please.
Yeah, Molly positioned over towards the catwalk. No one able to swing out from that B site for Rare Adam. Hummer just looking to pinch this one back in towards A. It feels like the round actually might come down to Advent. Opportunity, 1v1 against ckzao, but he'll smoke himself off, retreat in towards the site, and die as well. Denoco there on the other side. ckzao will take at least one scalp with the P250, but he's down to just 1 HP in the nade. Will do good to finish that job. Messiah with a flash up and over the top, but really nothing more to be done in this round unless Jamyong can get another eagle shot like that, but not to be. 15th picked on up Hummer Esports. I mean, what a flawless streak from them. They have kept Rare Adam at 4 for what, the last 11 rounds, 12 rounds?
Yeah, no, they were down 4-3, so it's been 11 rounds in a row.
Yikes.
I guess they were like 4 and no more, Rare Adam. That's it. That's all you're getting. But look, they still have a chance to Rare Adam to come back into this one. It is Counter-Strike. Anything is possible, but the odds are very much in favor of Hummer Esports at this point. Rare Adam with the 4 A4s, excuse me, the 4 M4s and 1 A4 in the mix there. delboNi going to be pushing up towards ramp, and he's just going to wait for that Molotov to dissipate. Now he has gained the space. He is by his lonesome, but has the support from Palace. And in fact, Rare Adam not really looking towards the A site. They have that stack in towards mid, trying to deny that presence, which Hummer took quite easily in the previous round. Again, due to limited hardware on the Rare Adam side, but that means that A is extremely exposed, and I think Hummer might start poking around to see what's going on.
ckzao trying to find an opportunity. Holding with that AWP. Feels like the first time since like the very beginning of this game he's even had an opportunity with a big green in his hands.
Yeah.
There was like one round after Jamyong bought it in towards the third, I believe, where he had an opportunity, and since then we have not seen a lot out of the op from Rare Adam. He is on the right side though. Hummer Esports looking to exec over towards A. Does he have the right line? Can he find a gap to actually be able to get a connection out of this one? Smoke's already raining on through, and again, this one might just look to be a retake. Mercury does have the A1S, could try and spam, but again, they're completely locked out of this. The util, excellent from Hummer, and there's even a lurk coming late in through mid. Take a look at where SHOOWTiME is. He can wrap towards the underpass once this bomb is planted, and find Spoiler in towards the late round. Only 30 seconds left on the clock, though, and those smokes soon to fade, so maybe a bit of a risk being taken here as that bomb is still yet to be planted. They're just trying to expel the utility out of Rare Adam and wait for the flank to come on through. Perfectly timed to take down Mercury, and that sets up a plant in towards middle. Rare Adam will look to find the retake in this one. Advent for 1, but the trades are there, and the trades are good. ckzao, SHOOWTiME, and the entire team lighten up the board 16-4. The near flawless streak to rally things back, and map number 1 heading the way of Hummer.
Yeah, unbelievable run by Hummer. 13 rounds in a row. They called a timeout, said, guys, let's make the adjustment. Let's shut these guys down, go for a bit of aggression, and that's what really powered them forward. Afterwards, they let Rare Adam make the mistakes and come to them when they were on their CT side. Then they jumped over on T side. Flawless again, just overpowering Rare